Okay, welcome back. We are going to now focus on the pistons and the cylinder. So I have kind of everything ready here. So left-hand cylinder, right-hand cylinder, left-hand piston, right-hand piston. So everything is like pretty much good to go, but we're going to just go through all of the steps. And I'm going to bring up a second screen, which is right here. And this is from Chilton's manual. And again, everything I get in essence from Greg Bender's website, thisoldtractor.com. So he has Chilton's manual posted there, and it's it's really nice just to go through Chilton's to get all the specifications. Now, obviously, Chilton's gets it from the workshop manuals. So here is the Chilton page regarding piston to cylinder clearance. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to look at how the cylinders or the pistons are in relation to the cylinders. Sleeves have been put in these. So they're each, you can see the shading. These have been sleeved already, and so they're good to go. And so I guess the first step is we need to make sure that there is sufficient room in them. So I am going to, there is a mark on each piston too. So this is, go this way. So I'm putting the piston in the cylinder. And the clearance gap, it needs to be at least 0.065 millimeters from, there must be a distance between the piston and the cylinder clearance of 0.0025 inches. So, and the point of measurement is 35 millimeters above the bottom of the piston. So, generally, when I do that, it is almost to the center of the piston. So, I have my feeler gauge here of 0.0025, and yes, I have that clearance. It seems like I have that clearance all the way around, which is very nice. It is very tight, but it does not bind, and it goes really easily around it. So, but at the point of measurement, which is 35 millimeters above the bottom, the feeler gauge fits nicely. So that one looks good. And the next one. Again, it would be approximately 35 millimeters from the bottom, so it's on the side. And again, I have the clearance. I have the clearance on both sides. So the piston to cylinder clearance for both is good. Um, it's like right on the money. So that is the first. That's kind of the first step. So next we want to go to piston ring gap. So, well, I got new pistons for all. So here are the compression rings. They are marked top. Here is the scraper ring. And the scraper ring, it is marked top, but it also actually has it's slightly different. It has a groove at the bottom. I know it's really hard to see. And here is the oil ring. Obviously, this one goes at the bottom. It actually lists. It gives a diagram of where each one should go. So we're going to take a look at what the piston ring gap should be. So according to Chilton's, the end gap for the piston compression rings needs to be 0.30 to 0.45 millimeters. And the gap for the oil scraper is 0.25 to 0.40. So let us start talking about. So compression ring, scraper, and then piston ring. So we are the first ring in. These are the exact right rings for this. So the end gap for the piston compression rings is 0.30 to 0.45. So I'm going to start off with 0.30. So and 0.30 is loose in there. I'm going to bump up to, well, it also says from 0.30 to 0.45. I'm going to bump up right to 0.40 to see where we're at. And 0.40, it feels like it's 0.40 is kind of tight. So I am going to bump up further. Here's 0.45. And I'm going to say it's 0.45. So it is at its limit, really. So, because it goes in and it goes in very hard, actually. So the first one is in spec. The second, the second one is the same. We're going to go to the scraper ring, which is also a compression ring. Yeah, this one looks super tight. So on this one, 0.45 does not go in. This one is approximately, I'm going to try 0.40. 0.40 goes in. I do not have a 0.17 on this gauge. Let's see if I have one on this one. I do. This is 0.17. That does not fit. So this one is 0.16, which is right in the middle. That's fine. And the oil ring should be 0.10 to 0.16, so that's really super tight. Got 0.12 out. Let me try 0.12. 0.12 is super tight. It goes in though. It's 0.10. Yeah, it's like 0.0. 0.13. That does not go in. So it's 0.012. So it's perfect as well. So these look good. The right hand cylinder. Let's take a look at. Let's start with the compression ring. Yeah, this one looks substantially tighter, actually. Wow. So we are looking at 0.12 to 0.18, point 0.012 to 0.018. 0.012 fits. 0.014 fits. 0.015 fits. I'm going to pop right to 0.18. It doesn't. 0.016. 0.016 fits. It's tight. 0.017 fits. So it's 0.017. So, I mean, so it calls for it being 0.30, 0.45 millimeters, or I keep saying the standard version. I mean, it's on the cusp, it's at the edge, but it's within the specifications. So the next one, going right to 0.16. Yeah, 0.17. It does. Yeah, 8.18 doesn't go in, so it's like 0.116, 0.016, 0.017. Let's try the scraper ring. Point 0.18 does not fit. Go to 0.116. 0.116 fits. And 0.117 really doesn't. It does. Well, it's super tight, so it's between 0.01, 0.016 and 0.017. So this should be quite a bit smaller. So 0.25 to 0.40 millimeters, or 0.010 to 0.0116. Oh, when I was right here. It's just so hard with these gloves on. Just 0.010. It's in. 0.011 is in. .012 fits. .013 fits. .014 does not fit. Will not go all the way in. So this is .013. It's like right in the middle. Yeah, .013 is really tight anyway, so that's great too. So the piston rings are fine. And so like I said, I'm going to actually install the rings on the pistons now. And I am going to install the pistons in the cylinders now. And so there's an arrow on this piston. So it will get installed like that. And when I install the piston, that is how I'm going to be. That is super tight, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to try it. Why not? So I've never done it before like this. Normally, I'll put the piston on, I'll put the rings on, I then put my ring compressor on, and I will install it. But let's see how it goes. I know some people don't use a ring compressor. I do. And because I've just had problems breaking rings. So this oil scraper ring, it does label top right here. So there apparently is a top or a bottom of this. It's a one-piece oil ring. This scraper ring also has a mark saying top right here. It's hard to see, but there's just words right there. It just says top. And but also you can see that there's like a groove cut out at the bottom. The compression rings, again, they have a marking on top. So here's the deal. I rotate. I've never found a specification in this manual for how to uh, well, I say that, but it's appearing right now. And so make sure they will rotate smoothly around the piston, then stagger their end gaps every 90 degrees. So I'm going to do that right now. Normally, well, I guess with these being four, yes. So I would do the, I know there's some people would say don't even do the top one at 0 degrees, but I just do it at 0 degrees. So I would do 0, 90, 180, and then 270. So let me get my piss. Okay. Okay, so I have my piston ring compressor. So first, make sure I get the orientation right. So the piston is going to get installed this way. So the first piston, there's an, like I said, there's an arrow right here. This is the direction. well, I'm sorry, that's forward of the bike. So the first one I have at 0 degrees. The second one I have at 90 degrees. The third one, putting at 180 degrees. And the fourth one I am putting at 270 degrees. Check, I've got that 100, 0, 90, 180, and at 270. I do not like this at all. I am not doing it this way. I do not like that at all. It's so it is just so much easier doing it the other way. Gosh, I don't like that at all. Wow. And I know I should be coming from the top as well, but I still do not like that. Because here's the problem. It is so if it's just slightly off, it's just going to be so hard to get the I'm not doing it that way. I do it when it's on the bike, and I never have had a problem with it. So that is what I'm going to do. So let me put the Yep, I put that upside down. I do not want to do that. But it doesn't make a big difference anyway, to be honest. That's good. Says top. Stop. Stop ring is not turning like it should. When I'm just rolling the ring through to see if it seats. See if there's a high spot anywhere. Really rolls nicely, actually. I don't know, it looks great, actually. Turns great now. Looks great. Okay. The next step is for us to put the pistons on and then put the cylinders on. So we will do that next. So stand by. Thank you.